Bonham-isms. No, not this. At least not in this episode. I want to talk about a few of the less discussed things that John Bonham would play in his solos. Some really tasty sort of webbing, if you will, that he uses to connect ideas. These Bonham-isms that you hear in pretty much every solo he's ever played are really just classic jazz vocabulary filtered through a Bonzo lens. Lots of groupings of sixes and nines. When I hear John Bonham solo, I mainly hear the major influence of four guys: Buddy Rich, Joe Morello, Max Roach, and Elvin Jones.
Like, really maybe the best rock drummer that ever lived. Let's be honest, because he wasn't doing what other drummers were doing. He was doing more like a jazz drummer.
He was really into Elvin Jones.
You can find these isms we're going to discuss on any recording, but my favorite example is the 1970 Royal Albert Hall footage. There are three different phrases that I want to go over and then show you how I might string them together in sort of a practice loop. As I stated earlier, this is really just classic jazz vocabulary. Vocabulary that you would definitely hear Buddy Rich or Joe Morello play. The Bonzo lens that I mentioned, I see as the ostinato that he keeps on his feet throughout, which is alternating eighth notes, or 16th notes, however you want to hear it. The way I hear it, his left foot is leading, playing the quarter notes, and the eighth note is definitely swung a bit. The first of the three phrases is a 9-note grouping made up of a 6-stroke roll, followed by the first 3 notes of the 6-stroke roll played again. That plays twice, followed by a 6-stroke roll, like this. Now with the feet underneath. The second is another 9-stroke phrase. He plays this in a couple different configurations. And with the feet, and the final phrase is a 6-stroke phrase, which is really just the first 6 strokes of the last 9-stroke phrase repeated while the right hand travels. And with the feet. I'd like to demonstrate how I might put these together in a bit of a practice loop. Note, this is not a transcription, nor is it exactly the way that Bonham might have combined these phrases in a solo. Allow me to state that before you blow me up in the comments. But it is somewhat close to the way he presents these phrases in the Royal Albert Hall footage. So here's all 3 phrases strung together in the order presented. None of them done for any certain duration of time, just whatever feels comfortable. The constant bass drums on the "and" can definitely present some trip chords to navigate through, but it's great to work on the coordinations of this entire dance. I hope you enjoyed this short demonstration of some of the unsung Bonham-isms. Give it a try and have fun.